Alright, Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakah Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work with sincerity, risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalio, and I'm out here once again, another Saturday, to prophesy unto you people, man, to let you know about the mercies and judgments of Yahweh Shemishai and the prophecies that are to come. Because we're in that time, man, and it's clear to see, as the scriptures say, to measure the time diligently. In the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So we're in that time, man, where Yahweh Shemishai, and Yahweh is the name of the Father, and Yahushai is the name of the Son, and we say Yahweh, Bahasham, Ba, in Ha, the Sham name, right? So Yahweh in the name Yahushai, all right? Because they're of one spirit, right? So it's the time where Yahweh Shemishai will be visiting this world, and you can clearly see with the development of the prophecies as we know them that are happening right now. You know, you have the prophecy of judgment that is coming upon the world, Jacob's trouble, famines, pestilences, the sword, great destruction, man, World War III. All right, the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip, the famine of the word, the persecution of the prophets, the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel. All of these prophecies are well on their way, man. And when you look at the times and you look at what's going on in the world, you can clearly see that we're in that time, man. And for all of you that don't believe, it is what it is, man. You'll just have to face that judgment, the judgment set by Yahweh Shemishai of destruction. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. So when you see uproars of the people in the world and earthquakes, and we are seeing these earthquakes frequently, very, very frequently. Salakio. I thought this was about to fall down. But yeah, man. When you see the earthquakes, frequently it's a sign, and when you see uproars of the people around the world, it's a sign as well. And you are seeing these things. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end is manifest, the end of the world. And it's not talking about the world that we live on right now, that we're inhabiting, that we're all standing up on right now. It's talking about the end of an age, the end of a period, which is the end of the rulership of the so-called white man, who are the Edomites, whose forefather goes back to Esau. They are the wicked, and they are currently ruling right now. As it says, in the book of Daniel, chapter 4 and verse 17, this matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. And the basis of men is referring to these Edomites, man. In the book of Job, it refers to them, it says that they're base men. And what is the basis of men? What are words that are synonymous with that? Wicked. And everything along with it. Alright? So they're ruling right now, as it says as well in the book of Job. Chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And we know who the wicked are based off of scriptures. They are the Edomites, right? Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is in his blessing right now. And I'll get that identifying who the wicked are in the book of Malachi chapter 1 and verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith the Lord Yahweh, yet I love Jacob. So the story of Jacob and Esau. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, hates Esau. In other words, the Lord hates so-called white people. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord Yahweh hath indignation forever. So the Lord says that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is the border of wickedness. They're the wicked, and they rule this wicked kingdom today, right? But the Lord says that he will throw down, right? In other words, that he will destroy the kingdom of the Edomites. So going back to 2 Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So Esau's rulership, Esau's kingdom, it is coming to an end. We're in that period of time. And when it is that Esau Edom's kingdom is coming to an end, we're going to be seeing all of these endgame prophecies manifest in front of our eyes. Okay, we're in those days. And it says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. So we're going to be seeing all kinds of things, man. All kinds of things that are going to be deemed unprecedented, and all kinds of things that are going to be deemed have never been seen before, and all kinds of things that are going to be deemed this hasn't happened in X amount of years. We're going to be seeing all these kinds of things, man, in these end of days. The end of Esau Edom's kingdom. And really, at the forefront of all of these things will be the prophecies of Yahweh Shemishai. And so I'm going to jump into it. You have some individuals out there that know that they're Israelites and are teaching false doctrine regarding these prophecies, especially regarding the prophecy of the mark of the beast. This is a very serious prophecy that is at hand. This is the main prophecy that we look towards right now, because the salvation of the elect of the nation of Israel, and salvation is only for the Israelites. No other nation can be saved. But even of the Israelites, only a portion of our people will be saved, which are the elect of the nation of Israel. So the elect of the nation of Israel, that prophecy cannot occur, and the destruction of America, which is Mystery Babylon the Great, which will all happen simultaneously, cannot occur until the mark of the beast prophecy is fulfilled. Okay? And so, let's break it down, man. Because you have individuals out there that are teaching that the mark of the beast prophecy are different things. But the mark of the beast prophecy is a microchip and nothing else. There's nothing else to add to it and nothing else to take away from it. It is the microchip, point blank period. And you have individuals out there that are teaching that it is something other than that. I've heard all kinds of false doctrine, such as people saying that the mark of the beast is Sunday worship, or that the mark of the beast is an embargo, and whatever other kind of madness they have, man. These things are false. And if you're an Israelite claiming that you're a prophet of Yahweh Shemishai, and you're teaching these false doctrines regarding the mark of the beast prophecy, then you are actually not a prophet of Yahweh Shemishai. You're a false prophet, and really you're a demon. You're an individual with a multitude of unclean spirits that are teaching our people false doctrine. And it's a very detrimental thing. It's a very wicked and evil thing, because this mark of the beast prophecy has a judgment that is aligned with it upon our people that they will be facing. But let's jump into it. In Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So let's get into it, man. It says he causeth all. And who is he that will be causing it? This is referring to the Edomites, these so-called white people that rule this wicked kingdom today. It's talking about them. But also it's specifically talking about their ruling class, which have been deemed as the wicked elite of Esau Edom. Every single nation, when they're ruling, there is a ruling class that rules. For example, when it is that the kingdom of heaven is established, our kingdom, the kingdom of the Israelites, it will be headed by Yahushua, then King David, then the apostles, and then the 144,000. So there's always a ruling class that Yahweh Shemishai establishes when a nation is ruling. This is order. So there's an order to the Edomite rulership, and they have their wicked elite. This wicked elite are deemed, also known as the elite bankers, who control all of these central banks. They have the majority of this wealth of the world, okay? And they intend to microchip the entire world. It's a very noisy day today, and I've had to raise my voice, you know, a lot of things going on, so I'm going to switch position real quick to maybe be in a spot with less noise. All right, but yeah, man, it is the wicked elite, the elite bankers, and if you're in the know, you know about them, man. So they intend to microchip the entire world. That's why it says all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So this word mark is G5480. Let's break down this word. And it says charagma. The charagma, it says a stamp and imprinted mark. So the charagma is something that is going to be imprinted into the people. In other words, something that is inserted, and it's something that's physical. This is the microchip. And when you break it down further, at G5482, it says Carax, a pale or stake, a palisade. When you look at what it says as well, it goes down and it says through the idea of to sharpen to a point akin to through the idea of scratching. So we know about the mark of the beast prophecy, we know about the microchip, and we know that in order for them to administer the microchip, there's a device that they use. And this device is something that is sharp, and they stick it into the skin, and then they insert it like an injection. This is the Carax. And if you're truly interested in knowing, I suggest that you Google it. You Google biometric microchip, or you Google RFID microchip. It will show you the image of the microchip, which is about the size of a grain of rice, and it will show you the device that is used to administer the microchip, which that is the Carax. And it also says Chiraso, to sharpen to a point akin through the idea of scratching, right? And then when you go to G1125, it says Grapho, to write with reference to the form of the letters, to delineate or form letters on a tablet, parchment paper, or the material. So in the ancient days, you know, the days before these modern day times, so-called, you have where information was presented to individuals by way of writing on parchment papers, or on tablets, or on paper or other material, right? They write it down and it presents that information. This microchip, it does the same thing in the modern way, by way of this way that we know of technology, where this microchip has information on it, which is your information, and when it is that it is scanned and used at devices that facilitate its usage, it will present all of this kind of information onto you, right? Because it says to write with reference to the contents of the writing. So it's going to have content on it. It's not just something that is inserted into the skin, it has a purpose to it, right? And this purpose, as we now know, as time has gone by, right? Because we know about the prophecy where it talks about buy and sell, and I'm going to read that part as well. But for the sake of the edification of gratification, I'm going to jump into this right now, because you have the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip. It's out there in the world right now. You have people, individuals in Sweden that are microchipped. You have individuals in America that are microchipped. Individuals in the UK, individuals in Europe, individuals around all other places around the world that are literally microchipped right now. You have manufacturers that have developed these microchips. You have individuals that sell it, such as Dangerous Things, and you have also Walletmore, and you have other manufacturers as well, and these individuals are microchipped, and when they go to the store, such as in America, the UK, Europe, other places around the world, they present their microchip, and these devices, these point-of-sales machines, they're able to read the microchip and to accept the payment. So you have your information stored on it, your biometric information, you have your financial information, and all other kinds of information that is stored on it, right? And when you go to Google, you can type in microchip implant biometric, and when it says what is a biometric implant, and by the way, when you look at the images of it, alright, Salaki has some technical difficulties, But back to it, when you type in biometric implant, microchip implant biometric, when you go to the images, it will literally show you the microchip itself, and it will also show you the device used to administer the microchip. So when you look at what is a biometric implant, it will tell you this type of subdermal implant usually contains a unique ID number. So that is a unique ID number to you. Your biometric ID number is what it is. That can be linked to information contained in an external database, such as identity document, criminal record, medical history, medications, address book, and other potential uses. So it tells you all of these uses, and then it says other potential uses. So the sky's the limit. And so as time has gone by, Yahweh Shimon Shai has revealed the intentions of the devil as to how this microchip is going to work. So remember, I'm on Grapho, and just to read it again, to write with reference to the contents of the writing, to express in written characters, to commit to writing, right? So it presents, the contents on it. And so we've learned with time that, try to keep up to date with the World Economic Forum, because they present to you the ideals of their NWO. And they have presented many times this idea of the digital revolution, the intelligence age, the fourth industrial revolution, which all of this is really so that they can bring about their microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And so they have revealed their digital identification systems, and the digital identification systems is something that is being built worldwide, all over the world. In India, they have it. Pakistan, they have their digital ID over there in the Eastern Hemisphere, and you have it building in Europe. You have digital identity that is slowly coming into play in America, where they have like these driving license identities, right? And out here in Jamaica, they have the National Identification System, which is the digital identification system. And each of these digital identification systems are all, when you take a look at them, they're all like building at different levels, right? But they're all being built. But the point of this digital identification system is so that it is the precursor, right? The precursor before, so that they can take it and then store it on the microchip, and then the microchip becomes an all for one use. And that's why the prophecy says in Revelation chapter 16 and verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the microchip. You won't be able to be a customer, to make purchases. You won't be able to buy food. You won't be able to go to the pharmacy. You won't be able to go to the grocery store, any of these things. And in order to conduct business, your business has to be set up online to be a part of the system. And you yourself will also have to be microchipped. All right? But with time, I mentioned the digital identity. So the digital identity as presented to us by the World Economic Forum shows us this. Because remember, what I read before, the biometric implant, this type of subdermal implant only contains a unique ID number. So it will be a personal ID number for you yourself, right? That can be linked to information contained in an external database, such as identity documents, criminal record, medical history, medications, address book, and other potential uses. So now, the digital identity, as proposed by the World Economic Forum, will show you that, first of all, they want to connect people with things, with devices, and to entities. Okay, so they want all of these things to be merged and to work seamlessly as one. And so the microchip, when it is inserted into the human body, will turn you into a different kind of thing, right? Because it will be merging you with technology, right? And then you will seamlessly go about life in these what they call the 15-minute cities and these smart cities, where you will go about your life using this microchip for every single thing a part of your daily life. And so it shows you the digital identity is intended to hold your health care, so your medical information, your financial services, which means your bank accounts, and to be able to carry out online financial transactions. So that's why they're building these central bank digital currencies, because they are building something that is a digital payment system. And this digital payment system is going to be attached to your digital ID, and your digital ID is going to be attached to your microchip. And so it's going to be that all for use. So you have your healthcare, your financial services. It's going to include as well food and sustainability, travel and mobility, so your passport. And already individuals are able to be microchipped and use their microchip to make payments at train stations already. And you know, if you have a passport, you know the whole process to get a passport is that you have to present to them your biometric identity. You know that they do your fingerprints, and I believe as well your eye scan, and I'm sure as well your facial recognition is a part of it. Because when I've traveled, I know that there have been times where it's like I have to present my fingerprint, and they also do like this picture of my face, which I'm assuming, you know, that's the facial biometrics, right? And then also on your passport, my passport has it, if you check yours, it has literally something called a biometric ID, right? So many of us are, you know, the devil does this thing gradually, and many of us already have it. If you have a passport, a biometric ID. Humanitarian response, e-commerce, which is online shopping, social platforms. So there will no longer be any kind of anonymity. That is being done away with, because also it is going to include telecommunications, which is your phone. So the time is coming where your digital ID is going to be attached to your telephone number. And they already have these things built up over there in the East. So it's just time for the West to catch up. And e-government, so government services. And then it also includes the smart cities, right? So all of these things are going to be tied to the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay? And so when you read the prophecy again, where it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, we know that unless you have the microchip, you really are going to be excluded from society. You won't be able to gain access to any kind of services, government services, food, any kind of service that is available unless you have the microchip. You'll be excluded from society. And that is a plan of the wicked elite of Eastern Edom. It is one of the ways that they are going to convince people to take the microchip. Because another way is because the famine is a part of Bible prophecy, so the famine is coming. And they're going to say, unless you have this microchip, you won't be able to eat any food. And this is something that is really going to catch our people by storm, man. And because they don't have any faith in Yahweh Shemishai, they're going to take the microchip, because all they see in front of them is this life. And since they don't have no faith in the Lord, they don't have no faith in the salvation, they don't have any faith in the kingdom. So they are going to do whatever it takes to continue their so-called life in this vile wicked kingdom, which is going to be unto their destruction. Right? So it says, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. So the word 6 at G5516 is Chi-Psi Stigma. And when you go down to G4742, it says stigma, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. And that's what the microchip is. The microchip is literally something that is inserted into the skin, into the body. Okay? So it is a mark pricked in to the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. So you see why it is that there's the judgment of destruction upon our people from Yahweh Shemishai for taking this microchip. Because when it is that you take the microchip, you would have accepted Esau Edom, the so-called white man, as your master, and you would have forsaken Yahweh Shemishai at that point. So the Lord is going to destroy you for taking it, man. And there's no repentance for taking the microchip. It says, into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. So it says origin from a primary stizo to stick, i.e. prick, from a primary word stizo to stick, that is prick, a mark incised or punched for recognition of ownership, that is scarf service. So it is a recognition of ownership. This is what the wicked elites are going to be doing, man. Branding the people, because it is the new level of slavery that they're bringing upon the world. And they're going to bring about, in their vision, a level of control onto the people. Right? So you Israelites, man, the Lord is going to destroy you for it. It says in Jeremiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord Yahweh. And this is talking unto our people, man, because salvation is only for the Israelites, and only we were given the promises, the glory, and everything, man. Okay? So, when you trust in man, which is what our people will be doing, you're going to be destroyed. Right? And it is a curse unto you. Right? And you departed from the Lord. It's a curse unto you, man. And that ultimate curse is going to be the curse of thermonuclear fire, that destruction, right? Because in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8 says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, referring to America, says the Lord Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And so it is 2/3 of our people in America are going to be destroyed. And those 2/3 are going to be taking that microchip because they don't have no faith in Yahweh Shemishai. So the Lord is going to destroy them. And so the 1/3 shall be left therein. So the 1/3 of Israel in America are going to be saved from the thermonuclear fire, the destruction. America is going to be destroyed by the ICBM missiles. And before that destruction comes, Yahushua is going to return and deliver the elect to the nation of Israel. And then the missiles are going to hit America and our people are going to be destroyed. Also, when Yahushua returns, Yahushua is going to deliver the other elect members from the four corners of the earth. Alright? And those members would not take the microchip. Right? So let's get the judgment, man. In Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9, it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Alright, so if you worship the beast and his image, and this word worship here is G4352, which is proskuneo. So proskuneo says to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence. You see, in the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage, right? It says, meaning to kiss, like a dog licking its master's hand. So that's why it says, worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Because once again, when you take the microchip, you would have bowed the knee to Esau Edom, which means that you would have bowed the knee to the creation instead of to Yahweh Shemishai. So this is why you're going to be destroyed. Okay? The scriptures say, in Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 1, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me. And this is what's happening right now. Our people take counsel not of Yahweh Shemishai. They take counsel of all kinds of wickedness of Esau Edom, the so-called white man, and they follow those ways. They take counsel of the false gods and false idols of the heathen. They take counsel of every single thing, even of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because there's this thing in this world of self-worship, right? And people exalt themselves as the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So they take counsel of everything except for Yahweh Shemishai. And that is something that will lead you to your destruction. Because the only counsel to be taken by our people is Yahweh Shemishai, right? And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add to sin. And that's what you people are going to do, man. You're going to take counsel not of Yahweh Shemishai. So you're going to take that microchip and you're going to listen to Esau Edom when they say, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. Take this. Because the time that is coming is called the hour of temptation, right? But I'm going to finish this. That walk to go down into Egypt. And what's modern day Egypt? America. And Egypt also represents our bondage, our slavery, which we are still this day in captivity. You Israelites aren't free. And how stupid are you to want to continue to live in this society where you're fucking slaves? Okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are idiots. The Lord says that you people are sottish, man, which means you're stupid for wanting to stay in captivity. And the Lord is going to destroy you for that kind of spirit, man, that walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And that's what you people do, man. And that's what's ultimately going to happen to you when you accept the mark of the beast, which is the microchip. Okay? You would have accepted the ways of Pharaoh. And the modern day Pharaoh is Esau Edom, these Edomites, man. The rulers of this vile, wicked kingdom. And it's going to be unto your destruction. Right? And so I mentioned the hour of temptation. And I'm going to get back to Revelation 14. I haven't let that go, man. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the hour of temptation is when you are faced with taking the microchip. The entire world, all of the spirits upon this earth, both Israelites and heathen, will face it. But regarding salvation and judgment, it is only pertinent unto you Israelites, as only we can be saved. So you Israelites, man, when the hour of temptation comes, because this devil is coming with great wrath, this devil is coming with his new world order, this devil is going to be bringing about Jacob's trouble upon us. So we're going to be in a state of being destitute, right? There's going to be mass fear, there's going to be mass famine, there's going to be mass death, there's going to be mass pestilences. All of these things are going to be unleashed by Yahweh Shemishai, and Yahweh Shemishai will be using Esau Edom to bring about all of these judgments upon the world and upon the wicked unbelieving of our people, right? So all of these things are going to be happening. The prophet Ezra said it, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mourning is the beginning of famine, and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right, so it's going to be a very terrible time upon our people, and so it's the hour of temptation, because there Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is going to be like, okay, well, in order for you to be safe, quote unquote, take this microchip, and then you'll be safe. But it's not going to be unto your safety, because it may be for a little period of time, you may think, but judgment from Yahweh Shemishai is around the corner, right? And it says, in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape it. So when you think that you've gotten away by bowing the knee to Esau Edom and accepting his mark of the beast, which is the microchip, the judgment is just around the corner, by the way. When the mark of the beast prophecy is fully manifest, when it comes to pass, Yahushua is literally right around the corner, man. So you're going to take the microchip in the hour of temptation, for those of you that don't believe, and then you're going to be destroyed. Okay? But the elect of the nation of Israel, as it says, those who keep the word of Yahweh Shemishai, which are those that will have faith in Yahweh Shemishai to be saved, will be kept from the hour of temptation, which means that we will not, and I say this, Lord willing, as a member of the hopefully elect, to not take the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. We will refuse it in the face of great tribulation, in the face of famine. We will have trust in Yahweh Shemishai. It is going to take an immense amount of faith, right? But as it says in Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 9, it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, the third part, the elect of the nation of Israel, right? Remember, the third that will be saved in America, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, and they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. So the elect of the nation of Israel will have unwavering faith, man. Faith will be so solid in those days that nothing will be able to phase the elect of the nation of Israel, right? And we shall call upon the name of Yahweh Shemishai in the day of trouble. And Yahweh Shemishai will deliver us in those days. But the majority of our people will not believe in Yahweh Shemay Shai, and so will take the mark of the beast, which is that microchip, and be destroyed. So going back to Revelation chapter 14, and I'll start back at verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So let's remember this as well. We know about the microchip by way of the insertion in the hand, the payment system and everything, but there also is a microchip in the forehead. And we know about the brain microchip there, where Elon Musk has brought that out, and you have other individuals that have brought out, that are developing their brain microchips, right? And this brain microchip has been promised by Elon Musk and these other developers of these brain microchips to be able to do miraculous things. And they're already showing to be doing miraculous things. All right, and I'm gonna get that precept next, but let me just finish this right here, okay? In verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, verse 10, Salakia, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh Shemay Shai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So the Lamb is Yahushai. And so America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Before it's destroyed, Yahushai is going to return. The mark of the beast prophecy would have already happened. Our people would have already taken the microchip. And for those of you that take it, you're going to be destroyed, man. There's no salvation for you. And this is the warning from Yahweh Shemay Shai onto you, man. All right? That if you take the microchip, you're going to be destroyed. So you have this brain microchip that has been, you know, unleashed upon the world in the past few years, and it has been developing very quickly. With Elon Musk, he introduced it to the world. First it was at trials, then it was being tested in animals, and now they've done the human trials, and then all of a sudden, very quickly, from the human trials, it is now a success. You know what I'm saying? It is successful, already working, up and running, where you have individuals who are paralyzed that are able to function even though they're paralyzed. It has been promised that paraplegics will be able to walk, the blind will be able to see, that you'll be able to communicate, right? It came out recently that an individual with a brain microchip has been able to control a robotic arm. And some weeks ago, an article came out that one of their intended purposes is to be microchipped by way of the brain microchip, and to be able to control the robots that Elon Musk has developed, which really is the wicked elite of Esau Edom has developed them. But once you have the brain microchip, you're able to control it. So they're selling this brain microchip in all kinds of different ways. And I know as well, by way of information told on to me, right, by a Freemason, right, before the brain microchip was spoken about and before it was launched by Elon Musk, the Freemason told me that the future of the world, individuals are going to be microchipped. And they're going to be microchipped in the brain, and that there will be no more need for school and for education, because they will be microchipped, and that they will simply be able to upload the information to your brain. And so there will be no more need to learn and all these kinds of things, and that you'll be able to speak all kinds of different languages by having all of this information uploaded to your brain by way of the microchip. That was told to me in, I think, the year 2016 or 2017, one of those years. All right? So yeah, man, it's all in the works. It's all in the works. And in Revelation chapter 19 and verse 20, it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles. Who's the false prophet? The Roman Catholic Church. That wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So there's a lot of deception that's going to be going on, because they're going to be deceiving people. One of the ways that people are going to be taking the microchip, beyond it being the hour of temptation, beyond, you know, the times of great tribulation upon the nation of Israel and the famine and everything, they're going to be selling this technology to the masses as something that is great, something that is miraculous. I mean, they're already doing it, and it's literally already happening in front of our faces, where this brain microchip is allowing individuals with these permanent illnesses that we knew it to be able to function with it implanted in their brain. Which goes to show you, furthermore, the times that we're in. And that's why I brought out, you know, the Spirit made me bring out to measure the time diligently and to look at what's going on in the world. Right? You measure everything by way of Bible prophecy and how Bible prophecy is developing around the world. And with the way that this Mark of the Beast prophecy is being developed, you can see how close we are, man. Okay? So he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. So the lake of fire, which is what America will look like for the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? Because when the elect of the nation of Israel, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, when we receive that victory, it says this in Revelation chapter 15 and verse 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Shemishai. So the elect of the nation of Israel will refuse the microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and will be delivered when Yahushua returns by way of the chariots. And then the elect of the nation of Israel will be up in the sky in the chariots, looking down on the world and seeing America completely decimated by way of thermonuclear fire. All right? By way of fire, man. And that is the victory. Okay? So, our people are going to be deceived, and our people are going to be willingly taking it, man. But also in this time, it's going to be a very terrible time, man. Because you know that persecution is going to be upon the prophets of Yahweh Shemishai. In Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? So, you know, it really boils down to Esau's system, which Esau's system is a system of the ancient Roman Empire. America is of the ancient Roman Empire brought back. It is the redux, it is the rebirth of the ancient Roman Empire. And so the entire system you have in front of us is like of that ancient Roman Empire. And then as well, America takes on to the spirit of ancient Egypt, ancient Babylon, and ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? And so all of this is upon America, and Esau Edom is going to be pushing out that microchip. And people, for not worshiping the system, worshiping, you know, bowing the knee, some will be put to death, because we know that they're going to have concentration camps and all of these kinds of things that are going to be set up, right? And so they're going to be on throwing people who refuse, you know, to bow down to the system into these concentration camps. And especially the persecution of the prophets is coming, man. In Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10, it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. So some of us are going to be thrown into prison. Every single member of the elect is going to have a different story. Some are going to be thrown into prison. Some are going to have spiritual power and be able to escape, you know, when it is that Esau Edom pushes through with great wrath. Some are going to be beheaded, you know, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life. So this is the word from Yahushua unto us, man, to be faithful unto death. This devil is coming with great wrath with his new world order. And at the forefront of it is going to be that microchip. And every single thing that you see them doing, every single move that they make, it is so that they can bring about their microchip. Everything. And by the way, I want to mention this. The microchip itself, right? And I've mentioned it before, if you know, and if you read between the lines, people are already microchipped, right? But what we're waiting for is the manifestation of the prophecy where it is mandatory worldwide, right? He causeth all. But think about this. The fact that people are already microchipped and they're already able to go to point of sales machines in America, the UK, all around the world, Europe. They're able to use their microchip at these point of sales machines, should let you know how close we really are. You know, hopefully that will uplift your spirit, because, you know, Esau Edom has a vision for his NWO, and he has the vision of the smart cities and the 15-minute cities. And if you look at that, it really is a very large undertaking for them to do. And that's why Trump brought about his, what is it, $500 million or $500 billion artificial intelligence infrastructure that they're building, because that is a part of their vision for the NWO, for these cities to be completely driven by technology, by everything that you do. But it is a rather large undertaking, right? And when you think about it, it's something that would really take a lot of time. But regardless of that, I'm mentioning that the microchip is already able to be used. It's already functioning. So really, at any point in time, they can unleash it onto the world and make it mandatory. And they can bring about certain kinds of events, like the one that happened in 2001, or the event that happened in 2020, and bring about great tribulation onto the world and say, listen, we're going to have to do this, and here it is. All right? So I just want to try and uplift your faith that this thing can happen at any moment in time. We're that close. All right? But us, the prophets and the elect, you know, we're going to face tribulation. Okay? As I mentioned, some of us are going to be beheaded. In Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4, it says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So you see, this beheading, this is going to happen, you know, after they have launched the mark of the beast, which is that microchip. You see? So yes, some of us are going to be put to death for not bowing the knee to the system, for not bowing the knee to Baal. You know, because that's really what Esau Edom worships, man. Upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. So we're going to live and reign with Yahushua for 1,000 years, man, for keeping our faith. Faith is very important, and faith is a gift, right? We pray for our faith to be increased every single day, and we pray for that in that day when it comes, that our faith is unwavering, man. That the spirit of Yahweh Shemeshai is upon us. To not take the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. And to be faithful. Because it says the hour of temptation, right? But it's a period of time, right? Because from the second that the mark of the beast is made mandatory worldwide, that microchip, all the way until Yahweh Shai returns. However time it takes until Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai, you know, there's a temptation at hand, right? So for some people, maybe at first, you know, they don't take it, but then maybe eventually because of all of the tribulation that we'll be facing, they may take it, man, right? So it's a constant thing. So you pray to Yahweh Shemeshai, man, all right? But as well, because the elect shall refuse the mark of the beast. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Because remember this, Esau, Edom is going to be against us, naturally. But our own people who don't believe are going to be against us as well. They're going to sell us out, man. They are our enemies as well. Those are our people that don't believe. Because they're siding with the devil. And they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And what's that ultimate thing? That is going to be things offered unto idol. It's going to be that microchip, man. You know, we only know so much regarding it, and as time goes by, you know, Yahweh Shemeshai reveals more and more onto us. But you know, when you get down to it, there's some very sinister things regarding this microchip, man, beyond what we can see on the surface. You know, some very sinister things, because Esau Edom works with sorcery and witchcraft and magic on the left hand side, right? So there's more things devious onto it, man, than just meets the eye. Okay? And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. And you know what, I want to bring this scripture out because it's coming to mind. Because, you know, for those of you that do take the microchip, in Revelation chapter 16 and verse 2, and the first went out, Salakia, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. So, even before the thermonuclear destruction, the judgment by way of fire, the second death, which is by way of fire, and the first death was by way of the flood, right? Some of you are going to be faced with a grievous sore by way of this microchip, which goes to show you how vile it is in and of itself, that it's going to create a cancer and a sore upon people that take it. All right, I just wanted to bring that out because I'm bringing out the entire the entire book on this microchip, man. Okay, but 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 70, right? For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And who are those that fear the Lord? Us. And us who will also refuse that microchip, man, the mark of the beast. It's going to be an insurrection. An insurrection is a violent uprising, because the scriptures say this. In Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's coming with great wrath, man. And a part of that great wrath is them coming for those who believe in Yahweh Shemishai, starting with the prophets. They know all about us, man, and they know which prophets have the full truth. And they're going to be, and as it says, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 72, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. And the scriptures say, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. So you're going to know the chosen of Yahweh Shemishai in these last days. Is going to be very clear. And it will be those of us that refuse that mark of the beast, that microchip, and refuse to bow down to the system, and refuse to bow down to Esau Edom. Hear, O ye my beloved, talking to the elect of the nation of Israel. Because guess what? It's not only the prophets of Yahweh Shemishai, it is the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the prophets. It consists of the men, women, and children that believe of the nation of Israel. It says, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Alright, Shalom. Back again. So yeah, man, the video cut off, and I was saying that Yahweh Shemishai is going to deliver us, man, as it says in 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, said the Lord, I bring, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh Shemishai is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord Yahweh. By Shemishai, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. So yeah, man, we're going to be delivered in these days, man. All right, but the mark of the beast prophecy is upon us, right? As it says, in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So the vision is yet for an appointed time, man. And it's clear to see that we're in that time, man. And it's speaking. And why is it speaking? Because we're at the end of the rulership of these Edomites, man, the so-called white man. We're at the end of his rulership. So, at the end of his rulership, we're going to see the prophecies manifesting in front of our eyes. And yes, it is something that is gradually happening. You know, this mark of the beast prophecy, you know, Esau Edom, they got to put the things in place, man. They got to put in they got to develop their digital identification systems and their central bank digital currencies and their smart cities and 15-minute cities, right? And all of these kinds of things. And they have to, you know, bring about, you know, the chaos and everything that's brewing. It's everything that's taking time, man. But the processes are at hand and they're showing themselves more and more each day. All right? And so for Esau Edom, you know, he really thinks that this thing is going to continue forever, man. Yahweh Shemishai has put a spirit of delusion upon them, because it says in the book of Psalms that their inward parts believe that their houses will continue forever, but their houses will not continue forever, because as the scriptures say in Revelation chapter 20, that they're only for a little season, right? They shall be loose for a little season. And we, the Israelites, were the ones who were given full and absolute rulership, man. Okay? Full and absolute rulership of everything. Okay? Absolute rulership. So Esau's kingdom is only for a little season. And in the book of Job, chapter 14 and verse 5, it says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee, thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So his kingdom has an expiration, is expiring, an expiration date. All right? And these prophecies manifesting in front of our eyes, right, is a sign of his end. Okay? And his NWO, his New World Order, we're in the midst of it right now. Okay? We really are. And the thing about it is that he's going to get to a certain point. He's going to get to a certain point, man. Satan's working overtime today, but it is what it is. That's just how it is. You know, Satan's working overtime today. But as I was saying, Esau, Edom, you know, they're going to put forward their NWO, but, you know, it's all going to be for naught, and it's going to get to a certain point. But as it says in Job chapter 5 and verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the wicked elites of Esau, Edom, they have they have a vision, they have a plan for what they want their world to look like in the coming days, years, months, etc., with their microchip at the forefront of it. And they're going to unleash the microchip because it is Bible prophecy for the mark of the beast to be made mandatory worldwide. And they're going to be bringing great chaos and great hell upon the world. But it's not going to be a permanent thing. It is only going to be for a little while. And in the book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 22, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And so when it says the wicked, it is talking about, when you go into the Hebrew, it's talking about the laborers, right? Because Esau, Edom, they are the wicked, right? So in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be straight. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shemishai shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right? So it's going to get to his NWO, New World Order is going to get to a certain point and whatever else, but it's not going to be the full vision that they thought it will be, because once that mark of the beast prophecy comes to pass, the microchip is made mandatory, Yahushua is just around the corner. And on any kind of day, it will happen, because the scriptures say that it's like just in the days of Noah. Right? It says, just like in the days of Noah, will Yahushua return. Right? So, you know, it's going to be like this. We're going to be in the time of Jacob's trouble. The mark of the beast prophecy will occur. Those of us that refuse it, which will be the elect of the nation of Israel, will refuse it, which will still be in trouble, Jacob's trouble, right? Then you're going to have a portion of people who do take it, and then those people are going to continue living life. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be in these safe zones and these smart cities or wherever safe, quote-unquote, safe sanctuaries that are set up, where if you'll only be able to be there and to operate if you have the microchip, and they will be going about their lives as they already regularly did, and then Yahushua is just going to appear one day, you know, and Esau, Edom is going to be taken out of power. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body, yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So terrors are going to be upon him, man. And that final terror, that ultimate terror, is going to be the thermonuclear fire, man, the ICBM missiles. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. All right? The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. Right? So you're going to be taken out of power, Esau, Edom, and that's coming very soon. You know, and that's why we say, do it. Launch your microchip. Do what you need to do. Bring hell upon this world. Because these things need to occur in order for the salvation and the destruction to come. And it says, this is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh Shemishai, and the heritage appointed upon him by Yahweh Shemishai. So you're going to be taken out of power, man, and it's going to be done away by way of severe judgment. All right? So that time is coming, man. The mark of the beast prophecy is coming. Okay, it is the microchip, contrary to what some people teach and what some people believe. All right? There's a severe judgment unto you Israelites if you do take it. So do not take it, and turn towards Yahweh Shemishai and pray for mercy. And pray to not take, to refuse it in the time of the hour of temptation. Pray to not be destroyed. And Esau, Edom, yes, you're going to put to death many of our people, especially the wicked of our people. And yes, you will put to death some of the elect, but you won't be able to lay hands on all of us, man. Not in this time. Not in this time. Okay, because as it says, spiritual power is coming onto the elect of the nation of Israel. As it says in Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. So you're not going to be able to slay all of the prophets like you once did when we were in Roman captivity. Not this time, man. Some of us are going to be able to escape by way of spiritual power that Yahweh Shemishai will be gifting us. A mercy from Yahweh Shemishai, right? And your NWO, your full vision of it is not going to happen. You're the wicked and you're going to be destroyed and you're going into slavery. All right? As it says in the book of Revelation, because after you're taken out of power, the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So this is what's coming your way, Esau, Edom. You know, after Yahushua returns, you're going into slavery. And after the 1,000 years of slavery, Obadiah will be happening to you. Satan's working overtime today, man. I'm telling you. But this is going to be my last precept in Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh has spoken it. So after your 1,000 years of slavery, you will cease to exist. The house of Esau will cease to exist and will no longer be around. All right? So with that, I like to say, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rekha Kodesh. Once again, double honors unto the apostles of Great Millstone, starting with our elder apostle Tahar. All right? Going on down To all of the brothers like-minded who believe sincerely in Yahweh Shemishai and are fully and are teaching the full and direct doctrine, correct doctrine, Salakio, and unto the men, women, and children that believe the help. Shalom unto you all, man. Salvation is close, and our salvation is nearer than when we believed. Shalom, Israel.